Assalamu alaikum, Haroon Qureshi in the house. So in terms of today's workshop and today's lesson, it's one I'm actually very excited about because it's a topic that I'm very passionate about, right? So I've not done any preparation. Normally I maybe write some notes and put down, what is it that I'm going to be discussing on the call. But for me, it's more about just something that I'm really passionate about, something that I've thought about a lot over the last few years, and I'm just going to be sharing that with you, okay? And this is the topic which I call creating an alter ego, okay? Creating yourself an alter ego. So you're probably like, what does that even mean? What is that even, okay? So I will share that with you. Okay, so let me start off with the old Haroon Qureshi, okay, the old version of me. So one thing about me from a perspective of my past and what I would call my past identity was that I was somebody that had absolutely no self-confidence in myself, okay? So when it came down to my own personal feelings and thoughts about myself, I was in a position where I believed I couldn't achieve much, okay? I had very low confidence. I was in a position where I found it very difficult to meet new people and struggle connecting with other people. I never thought I could really achieve anything amazing in my life. Through my journey, I had some past experience of like being bullied and things like that, which really created an identity for me where I was walking around with a mindset of who I am is not good enough. I'm not somebody of value, okay? And what then happened is that obviously when you have those type of internal subconscious thoughts and emotions and feelings about yourself, you're gonna go down a route of not really achieving and being in a position where you can achieve at your best positive level, right? You can't achieve at your maximum level when you have that identity. And one of the things that I see when it comes down to people, when they're just coming into entrepreneurship, is what they do is they come in with their old identity, okay? With that old identity, which is all about all these negative beliefs in their minds. And it's not a outward thing, it's a subconscious aspect, which affects them without them realizing, right? Can I really do this? Can I really achieve this? Am I good enough? And one of the things is, pretty much everyone on this call, most of us, if not, do not have the real worth or real self-belief in our own selves, okay? We are our own worst critics, okay? So from my perspective, I was in a position where I was completely, had no confidence, no self-esteem, nothing, and I wasn't achieving anything. In my whole journey, in my studies, I was failing at everything. And when you go to the classroom, if you remember back at school, you've got that little quiet boy that's really awkward in the background, has no friends and just keeps to himself and is weak and gets bullied. That was basically me, okay? I was that kid, all right? So from one perspective, as I was growing older, becoming an adult, and making the decision to go into business, I came to the understanding and the realization that the person who I am is not the person that has the ability to get the results that I want, okay? Who I am in terms of my mindset, my ethics, my work ethic, essentially, the individual who I am is not gonna be able to achieve the results that I want. So I need to be in a position where I upgrade myself, okay? I'm going to say that again. I need to upgrade myself, okay? That is the whole point of this workshop today. And when it comes down to success, alhamdulillah, within my first business, hit over $1 million. I've done a number of multi-million-dollar businesses and projects that have achieved amazing results, okay? And some people may say, well, what is it? Is it the business model? What is it that allowed you to get such amazing results, okay? And if I really was to pinpoint it to one element, it was the fact that at one point in time, I said to myself, I'm gonna become the best version of myself. I'm gonna make it happen. I know that I'm not good enough. I know there is a better version outside of me. There's a better version of me, okay? That is not me as of now. And I need to step into that individual. I need to step into that better version of myself, okay? And that came from, first and foremost, creating an alter ego, okay? Now, the first step of you creating an alter ego is realizing that who you are right now isn't going to be the person that needs to, that essentially, let me just rephrase it in a better way, okay? For you to become, okay, a person that is able to build $1 million business, okay, you need to be a different individual. You need to be a different beast, a different human being, okay? For you to play at that level, okay, and forget even a 7-figure, even a 6-figure, even becoming financially free and earning a couple of £1,000s a month, okay, from by yourself and being able to earn that rather than a 9-to-5 job, you need to become a different beast, a different human being, okay? And an example is the fact that there is a better version of you out there, okay? And I'll give you an example of this. When you look at Superman, okay? Superman is Clark Kent, okay? So for those of you that know Superman, I'm sure you know his story, you've watched a movie or a program of his. He, on his day-to-day life, he is a journalist or something like that, right? And he wears glasses and he wears a suit, and he's quite, you know, in terms of when you look at his body language, it's quite humble, it's quite soft, okay? But when it's time for that alter ego to come into play, okay, what happens? He goes into a phone booth, okay? He takes off his clothes, all right? Not, you know, and under his clothes is what? His Superman costume, all right? And when he's transformed into that individual who is his real true self, you see that confidence come in. His shoulders are open, his chest is out, he's feeling strong, he's focused, and he knows what his plan is now, which is going to defeat the enemy and save the world. Okay? In the same way, you are who you are right now, that Clark Kent, okay? You're going out in your day-to-day world and you are playing in the different playing fields that you are. Whether it be your job, there is a playing field there, okay? There's an identity where you show up as whoever you're working in as a job, okay? When you go in and you look after your family and your kids and your spouse, there's a different identity as a father or a mother or a husband or a wife that shows up, okay? All right, if you're into sports, there's an identity that shows up in that realm of playing, okay? You can call it a playing field, all right? So for me, I realized I need to create an identity for myself, all right? When it comes down to the area of me being an entrepreneur, all right? So I went down a journey of thinking, when I think about myself, and when I'm saying this, I want you to think about this as well, right? If I was to see the best version of myself, the best version in my mind, what would that version look like? All right? Think of it for a minute, okay? Think of it for a minute. What would that version of yourself look like? So for example, how would they dress? Okay? And for me, all right, I was, wearing, even though I had some money at that time and I was getting some level of success or whatever, I was just wearing very cheap clothes. I was in a position where I just didn't really have self-care of myself. I was wearing rubbish clothes. I didn't really care about what people thought and so on and so forth. But what I did is in my journey at some point in time, I got rid of all my clothes and then bought very nice ones, okay? And what ended up happening is when I started wearing nicer clothes, I had a higher feeling of self-confidence, okay? Even if it's at home, all right? I had a feeling of self-confidence, and that had a massive impact on how I was showing up in those playing fields as me being a boss, okay? I bought a few things that I knew that would give me that self-confidence. It wasn't necessarily about showing off or whatever. It was about making myself feel like, okay, I'm the boss here, yeah? This is how a boss should dress, all right? In terms of your physical look, all right? I give yourself a challenge, all right? Go right now, go and take off all your clothes. Go and take off all your clothes and go in front of the mirror, okay? This is exactly what I did, okay? Go in front of the mirror and ask yourself, do I look good? Okay, do I look good right now, naked, all right? And when I did that, do you know what? I felt, nah, I look disgusting, okay? I realized that if I look at that best version of myself, that is not it. that is definitely not it. Like that fat belly, this, that, and the other, looking weak, no broader shoulders, no muscles, so on and so forth. For me, I realized that the way I look in the mirror naked is completely unacceptable and completely unattractive, right? So what did I do? I joined a program, hit the gym 3 times a week, focused on that. I was able to bulk up to a certain level. And at the moment, I'm in a shredding phase, so I'm like slimming down. But point being is, now I'm in a position where I know what my alter ego, the best version of myself is. I know where I am now, and I put a plan and an action plan to get me to where I need to get to, okay? So that I can show up as the boss, okay? And in the best possible version of myself, all right? So for me, I changed my clothing. I'm in a process and have been in a process of ensuring that I'm going to create the dream body that I want, that I know the best version of myself is going to have, okay? The third thing is in terms of your own self-identity, okay? So when it came down to my old identity, okay, that was weak, all right? And you can see it from my shoulders. If you spoke to me, I was very toned, monotoned, quiet, very whatever, right? Not okay. And then when I realized, okay, you know what, the best version of me will be a boss, okay? He'll be sexy, he'll be a man, right? You look at him, you'll be like, this guy, he's a boss, right? How would I walk? Shoulders back, looking confident. My body language changed, okay? If I'm in a meeting and I need to show up and I'm in front of somebody and I need to perform as that alter ego, they will see a level of energy that, let's say I'm in a board meeting, I've got my whole team there, I'm in training, they will understand that my energy is more than anyone else. My confidence, my authority is there more than anyone else, okay? So body language is an important factor. You need to be open, you need to feel strong. In terms of the way you speak, needs to be powerful, okay? You need to be engaging. And I speak to some people, hello, how are you? How you doing? Like, no, wake up, okay? Right? Like, think about how, if you are one of those people that are monotone, all right? Go and speak to somebody. The next person you speak to, just give them the eye contact, give them energy, and you will see, okay? You will see that how you're able to have such an impact on somebody else's emotions just by the way that you're engaging with them, all right? For you to be in a position where you achieve results to the next level in your life, okay? If you're in a position where you want to achieve the next step of what you want to achieve in your life, you need to upgrade yourself. You need to upgrade your mindset. You need to upgrade yourself in terms of who you are, okay? And the first step of that is realizing that you need to step up, okay? And then having a clear picture in your mind in terms of who is the best version of yourself. How would they dress, okay? How would they act? How would they talk? How would they walk, okay? What is going to be that version of yourself, all right? So what then happens is, you know where you are, you know where you need to get to, all right? And then what happens is, in terms of the plan that you're going to be focusing on, all right, you can then focus on creating whatever game plan you need to ensure that shows up, okay? And that's what happens. And this is going to become your Superman skill set, right? And then the identity needs to have a name, okay? All right, it needs to have a name. So, Fatima, I'm going to answer some Q&A shortly as well. So that name of that best version of yourself, what would that name be for you? So for me, and I want you to think about this and I want you to comment it, right? What is the best version of you that is there? For me, I like to call myself the boss, all right? Because I'm the boss of the company. And when I know that I need to go into boss mode, then just like Superman shows up, I know I need to show up as the boss, and I need to go in and I need to be at my highest level in terms of my energy, my mindset, to ensure that everything is in position for me to get the results that I want. So for me, when I look at myself, the best version, I know how that best version dresses, walks, talks, acts, has things that he has, all the things that he does, okay? So that is the best side of me, all right? So in terms of, for those of you right now, what is the best version? What is your alter ego called, all right? So just comment in the comment section what you would name your alter ego. I'll be super interested in hearing what your names are. Abdullah Sharif, Assalamu alaikum. We've got some more people coming in. I like that. Any says, I like to call myself the warrior. Oh yeah, that's solid. All right, any other ones that you've got there? Do put it in. Qasim, I'll get back to you very shortly. Don't worry about that. All right. So have a think about what your alter ego would be called. Okay, and comment it in the comment section. All right. So come up with the idea. It doesn't need to be perfect, but just put that in. Okay. Another aspect is when you look at the worst version of yourself. Okay. When you look at that version of yourself that is not the best version, give that a name as well. Okay. So mine is a very bad word, so I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to share it. But all right, just choose your own. Let's say let me try figure out a PG name for the verse version. Let's call myself the version who is a loser. All right, a loser. That's the PG version. All right. So I've got the loser and I've got the boss. All right, the loser and the boss version of myself. Okay. Oh, the innocent killer from Taib. That is a. I like that. That's an interesting one. Good stuff. Okay. So the reason why you want to have two names is because when you wake up in the morning, you are going to go to war. All right. You're going to go to war every single day with your identities, all right? And there's only two winners. Either the boss is going to be the winner or the loser is going to be the winner, all right? Or whatever your identities are. Like when I'm coming into my day and I'm doing the actions that the boss would do, the best version of myself would do, that is a day I would win, okay? And when I go down and I perform in a way and I'm lazy, I'm lethargic, I'm tired, I'm missing the gym or anything like that, the loser won. That worst version of you won, okay? Now, every single day, if you can train yourself to ensure the best version of you wins day in, day out, okay? And you destroy the loser, okay? You beat that loser down every day. The boss is winning, that alter ego is winning, okay? Guess what? That best version of you becomes who you are as an identity, okay? It's no longer a vision of who you think the best version is, or maybe that isn't me, okay? Or maybe whatever. That you have to fake it till you make it to get started. You have to start doing the things, start going to the gym and start shredding that belly. But with time, a couple of months, a year down the line, even a few years down the line, as long as you defeat the loser version of yourself, okay, every day, and you go to war with him every day, guess what? That alter ego is going to grow stronger, more powerful, and it will become who you are. All right? It will become who you are. And that is how me as an identity came from somebody that if you saw me with my old identity to now, somebody who was not confident, weak, okay, poor mindset, depression, all that sort of stuff, okay, to being a powerful beast, to being the boss, all right, didn't happen overnight. It happened over years, but it happened over action and defeating that lower version of myself again and again and again until I succeeded. And sometimes it comes back. It comes out every single day at some point in time, and it's about me just beating that loser version of myself as much as possible. In terms of showing up as an identity, you can actually create numerous identities and numerous egos, right? So for example, if you've got a spouse or something, you can show up as the lover man. Sorry, let me not go there, right? But like confident, whatever, you can show up in a certain way, right? If you're going to be with children, you can show up as like a loving, caring person, and you can give that person an ego, an identity as well. If you want to show up as the boss, you show up as the boss, all right? Sorry, I've got some laughs coming in, right? So you can have different identities, but you don't need to focus on different identities. You can have like the one identity that you really want to become solid in the main area of goal that you want to achieve. And I would say that area that you want to focus on achieving is the area of business and entrepreneurship. Okay, that's why we're here in this group in the first place. All right. So when it comes down to the area, all right, of business and entrepreneurship, and you to succeed in this area, there's three core things you need to do. Number one is decide, all right? Just decide that I want to achieve amazing results. I want to get financial freedom. I'm done with my 9-to-5 job, or my business is making money, but I'm not at 6 figures a month yet. I need to step it up, okay? The second is you need a game plan, okay? You need a proper strategy in place that you will be in a position where you can follow a plan and a proven plan that is going to get you the results that you want. Okay, so you need to execute, and without a plan, you're just gonna sit there and fiddle around, and you're not gonna choose anything and achieve anything. So you need to select your goal, you need to select what business you're doing and have a plan in place. And number three is you need consistent, massive action on a daily basis, okay? That ego version of yourself, that boss version, that best version of yourself needs to show up on a daily basis to ensure that when it's time, this is the time I'm allocating to building and growing my business, I'm gonna show up in my best form and I'm gonna absolutely crush it no matter what happens. This goal I'm gonna become obsessed with, it's gonna happen. Just watch me, okay? Go into hiding for 3 months, okay, for the next 3 months, and just work on yourself, grind every day, and you're gonna come across hurdles, problems, challenges, but that alter ego version of yourself will push through and you'll get through and you'll achieve the results that you want. If you jump into the worst version of yourself, okay, then you'll be in a position where you're going to be weak, okay? You're going to fail, and you're going to not just fail, but you're going to give up at the first hurdles that you have, all right? So for those of you that need, and essentially, look, the whole point of accelerating your success after those three things, the best way to succeed is work with somebody that has the results that you want, and work with them one-to-one to ensure that you get the results and you accelerate your speed of success, okay? And that is because they will guide you, they will support you, and there's a much higher chance that you will succeed much quicker when you get that right support. And that's what we do with the e-com experts, okay? So if you're in a position where you haven't worked with us yet and you want to start working with showing up and taking and upgrading yourself in the area of business, myself or one of my team members will reach out to you. And then we'll touch base with you and connect with you in terms of working and start launching the business, inshallah, all right? So we'll get back to you very, very soon. So just hold fire on that front, okay? And alhamdulillah, we've achieved some amazing results with so many of our students, and you can see the testimonials of those as well when we start showing you them. Alhamdulillah, we've done some amazing results. Like with any business, nothing is 100% guaranteed. A lot of people that don't succeed initially, again, that old mindset is there, okay? They have those challenges that come through initially, and we do work with them. And then it's about, maybe, for example, if they're not as financially strong initially to start off with, some things may take a bit more time, and then they just need some extra support and patience and the right mindset to say, okay, you know what, if it's not going 100% yet now, I'm not going to give up until it does, and we're going to support you through that, right? So Zainab, I know you messaged in that context, so let me touch base with you shortly, inshallah. Let me see where you are, and then I'll support you, inshallah, with moving forward and start generating some sales and finding some winning products. Yeah. So for those of you that are going to be in a position where you want to start talking to us in terms of the plan to increase your income and business, just write the word 2022 in position, and then inshallah I'm going to help you and support you through there, right? Zainab, just drop me a message as well and I will respond to that, and we'll catch up very soon on Messenger. Cool. All right, so I'm opening the doors to Q&A, so do go ahead and put in your questions. But what I would say is, just to summarize this whole workshop today, is you need to upgrade yourself. You need to develop yourself into the best version of yourself. You need to create yourself an alter ego, which is the best version of yourself. And you need to go to war every single day to ensure that that is who you are, and you are performing in the area that you chosen, your playing field, and you perform at your best version, how that best version and that alter ego would perform, okay? And you need to ensure that you defeat your enemy, which is the worst version of yourself. That is the loser version of yourself, okay? And that is what we will do, inshallah, right? So there's two models that we're working on, all right? So number one is, what we do is we find it from China. In terms of, we use AliExpress, okay? So what we do is we focus on a model where we focus on products that are premium quality products that are newly released. So no one else is releasing them or selling them. So we become the people that are going to be the pioneers of that product being launched. And we have certain criteria on the type of products we choose. So it should be a product that when you see it is like, wow, this is amazing. And it really grabs your attention. Number two, it should be a product that has a good profit margin also, right? And number three, it should be a premium quality product, so not some cheap rubbish. It needs to be a very high premium product, and that's where we're going to be able to get a very good margin on top of that, okay? So in terms of the type of products there, what we'll do is we initially start selling from China, and we've got a process to get products from China to anywhere around the world fairly quickly. But once we've got a product that is really doing well and we're growing and scaling it, we can then have a fulfillment agent come on board who would then essentially store those products and get the product to the customer even quicker than even what we were able to do, right? In a very clear and safe way. The second thing is we're moving to a model where we're focusing on high ticket, expensive products. And those type of products that we're going to sell in those industries are going to be products that are going to be based within the area that you're selling. So if you're going to be selling it in the UK, your suppliers will be in the UK. And that is the next evolution that I'm going to be moving people towards, how to do that. And that is going to be an absolute game changer. So I'm going to be really excited to share that information with you. There was another question. What are we doing? Okay, so Halim is saying in terms of struggling in finding the right products. So it takes time, okay? If winning products was easy, then everyone would do it, right, very easily. But the good thing is that the fact that it has some level of difficulty allows you to, once you learn the right strategies and you get practice on those, you will be in a position where you'll get results quicker than anyone else, okay? If you want winning products, okay, try this out, all right? Go and look for the current trends that are happening, okay? What is the next trend that is happening, or something that is really like a situation where there's going to be an increase of demand for something. So for example, when we look at the weather right now, it's starting to get cold, okay, in the UK and probably some other areas. So guess what type of products are going to be in demand in the next few months? Winter type of products, jumpers, okay, winter boots, coats, those sort of products. So what you can do is you can look at the products that were very profitable, 6-7 figure products last year at that time, and then you relaunch it in a slightly different way this quarter, and guess what? You will get results from it, all right? So what I would say is, if you're struggling with your product research, number one, focus on thinking about what is the trends going to happen going up. And sometimes you will have other trends that pop off out of the blue, okay? That, for example, even like people are more interested in, they're going to be, like in this quarter, toys and things like that for Christmas, things like that. So think about it. People are going to be doing more cooking at home, all that sort of stuff. So that's there. In terms of what market is best for dropshipping, so that's Mohammed Shoaib. There's no real good answer for that because every market has potential, okay? So what we do is when we build the store, we don't build it within a specific niche, okay? What we do is we have an open store and a brand that sells products within different niches. And then when you're doing your product research, you will have a look at a handful of niches to see what is the best products that are new, that have the criteria that I could launch, that have the potential to be very winning, high quality, profitable products, right? So look at, clothing niche, look at the kitchen niche, look at the fitness niche, okay? Every niche has potential. So, the home decor niche, for example, has been working very well and things like that. And you just have to have a bit of a sharp eye to look at what would work now. So for example, So for example, when COVID came, when it was COVID-19, everyone was stuck at home, okay? So what do you think what were the products do you think that had the highest demand? Write in the comment section, what niches do you think worked best during COVID? Now, in terms of not quitting easily, okay, I feel number one is about deciding with integrity, okay? So for me, when I make a decision and I decide with integrity, this is a goal I'm going to achieve, I don't care what happens, that goal is going to be done. Okay, that goal is going to be achieved. All right, and I become obsessed, and I don't have many goals because then your brain gets bogged down and so forth. I will have 1 or 2 goals where, like, within this year, that is the goal that I'm going to achieve. All right, that it's done. I don't know how I'm going to achieve it. I don't know. You know, I've got all these excuses and milestones and obstacles that may stop me from achieving it. I don't care. It's gonna get done. Okay, khalas. All right, it's done. All right. So I'll give you an example, like going to the gym. So, you know, alhamdulillah, a few years ago, I was really committed to the gym. I shredded down from like 25 to 30% body fat to 12% body fat, had 6-pack abs. And then I went through a phase where it was a very rough period of time, went through some depression, anxiety, stress, and I just lost it completely, put on a lot of weight. And one of the things I committed to this year was just, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life, okay? And I started the first few months, it was actually after Ramadan this year. I went in, I started bulking, I got to my first kind of good level, and now I'm shredding because even when I was bulking, I put on a bit of extra weight. So in the last month, I know exactly how much weight I've lost, okay? I've lost, you know, how much it is, and my goal is by the end of the year, I need to be, you know, between 12% to 15% body fat, right? So the point being is, I made the decision. I was like, I'm done. And it took me a long time to be like, you know what, I'm actually, because I was very on and off. I was kind of going gym there. My diet was there. But I was like, nah, it's done now. I'm in, all right? I made the decision. I'm going to become the best version of myself physically, so that when I'm in front of the mirror naked, I'm like, Munda Sona guy, that's a sexy guy. I like that guy. That is how every one of you should be thinking about yourself when you look in the mirror. And if you don't, if you look in the mirror and you're like no, right? Change it, fix it, right? Get to the gym, join a program, right? Do something. So point being is, yeah, going back to the point, I made the decision. And the second thing is, all right, and this is the main thing, Fatima, is this is the secret. Are you ready for the secret? It's not about motivation, okay? It is not about you being motivated, all right, to achieve a goal, because what tends to happen is people see an opportunity, they get motivated, they hit a milestone, it's not working out, and they give up, all right? So one thing is you have to be consistent daily, okay? And it's not about motivation, it's about dedication, all right? There has been times in the last few months where I'm unwell, I'm lazy, I'm lethargic, I don't want to get up, I don't even want to do anything. And I'm like, today's my gym day. I've got to go to the gym, right? And that loser version of myself says, you're not feeling well today, you've got a cough, right? You're not, come on man, you can just do it tomorrow, you got rest, all right? And then that boss comes and says, Haroon, who the hell are you? Right? If you want to be the best version of yourself, get the hell up and get your ass at the gym. All right? This is what the best version of myself would do. And I have to lift myself up, get myself into the gym. And you know what? Once I start working out, then I'm absolutely fine. Then I've got that energy, right? So to ensure that you stay committed, you need to be obsessed with the goal. You need to have that commitment that I'm gonna make sure I achieve this goal no matter what, all right? No excuses, no blaming anyone else, okay? And as long as I'm doing the consistent actions that are gonna get me the results that I want within the realm of action that I can do, your results are guaranteed. Irrelevant if it takes a month or years, okay? Like, you just can't give up, right? And let's say, for example, there's some people that do the e-commerce business and they give up. Okay, focus on your next 10 products to launch. Launch your 10 next products. Forget about what's happened, okay? Forget about, oh, I'm broke, I don't have money to launch products, okay? Figure it out. launch your next 10 products. Find 10 products that no one's launched, that when you see them, you're like, oh, if I was to see this product online, I would buy that, right? Find 10 of those, okay? And I'm certain by you launching that and you really putting your 10, put in the next month to find these 10 products, and when you find them, okay, put in 5 hours a day. When you find those 10 products and you're like, I love this product, this is amazing, I would buy this, right? When it gives you that feeling, all right, it will give other people that feeling as well. So step up, find the next 10 products, launch them, okay? And guess what? You will find a winning product that you will start making sales there, right? Stop blaming, stop worrying, stop saying, oh, this, that, and the other. Make it happen. Oh, Facebook blocked my account, okay? I can't run any ads. There's 101 ads platform, all right? Make it happen, all right? I'll support you. You know, those of you that have joined, you get a success mentor, all right? If you need some support, message support. Let's jump on the call. Let's analyze your 10 products. Let's launch them together, all right? Let's make some money. Let's step it up, all right? Okay, all my 10 products didn't do quite well. I got some sales, but they didn't work. Next month, launch another 10 products, but these 10 products are now based upon data, all right? Out of your first 10 products, you saw which products and niches didn't work well, but out of your 10 products that you launched, majority of them will tank, they'll do rubbish, but between 1 to 3 will start doing fairly well. They'll start selling and they'll start getting some traction, all right? And then what you can do the next month afterwards, those 3 products, you can find 10 different versions of these 3 products. You'll find 10 better versions of the 3 top products that are working well. So you get that data and you optimize, you improve even more. So the next 10 products are even better than the first 10 products because it's on base data of what's working. Business isn't a guarantee. Business is not easy, okay? But you need your backing. You need a team behind you that is going to help and support you. You need a team that is going to help and support you throughout this journey, okay? Throughout this whole process and this journey. So my team is going to be there for you, all right? You're going to have a team of warriors, okay? Of people that are going to come in. They're going to have their ammunition that when you're coming and you're investing in working with the e-com experts, we're going to go to war on crushing your dreams and reaching your goals, all right? We're going to fight. If it's out of working hours, we'll push it forward. If you need your support, if you need us to review your products, we're going to give you 110% to push and ensure that you get results, okay? As long as you do the same. All right. If you start putting in, oh, you know, it's not working. Maybe this business model doesn't work. Maybe I haven't got a sale yet. Blah blah blah. And you know, you guys are losers and blah blah blah. Then you know, everyone that enrolls with us gets a service agreement that says there's no guarantees in life. Okay, there's no guarantees. But if you're going to give it 110% and you're going to show up in your playing field of business as the best version and you're going to give it 110%, I will fight for my team and myself to ensure that you succeed, whether it takes months or years, okay? We're at this together, all right? So I just want to appreciate that comment by Hamd, so that those of you that haven't enrolled yet can see somebody that is in the mix to just prove that when you work with us, we're going to support you through this journey, all right? So if you haven't worked with us yet, you want to start working with us to build a business, comment the word 2022, all right? Jazakallah khair wa iyak Zainab. Alex is in the house. Answered that question. Sadiq says how much money he charges for marketing. So the more the better. Ideally between 1,000 to 3,000 is a good price. Or not price, but amount to put in towards marketing costs. But if you're financially struggling, then anywhere between 100 to 1,000 is also sufficient. There will be a slightly different strategy. So for example, instead of launching products to the whole world, we'll launch it within one country to save on costs and stuff like that, right? You know, the thing is, guys, there is some platforms out there that show, oh, here's all of our winning products, okay? And things like that. But I wouldn't advise them because thousands of other people are looking at the same products and there's just competition and there's no point. But what you can do is you can join some of those platforms, and what you can do is you can look at those products and then find other versions of those, upgraded, even better version that no one's has done yet because they're new, okay? Second thing is there is some tools out there that show people that are advertising e-commerce products. Again, gives you very good ideas of what you can do. And when you see an ad of a product that you like, click on the ad, okay? Click on buy now, okay? Go on the website and click buy. And then what that will tell Facebook is you're a buying customer that is interested in this type of product. You don't need to buy the product, but you just click on the website and click purchase. And then it will click the pixel, and then Facebook will start showing you more and more products similar to that one. In terms of clicks and sales, it's kind of irrelevant, to be honest, because as long as it's profitable, okay? Because sometimes it might be more of a higher click, maybe even a less conversion, but if your margin's big enough, it will still be profitable, right? So the main thing is, in terms of results, I spend the amount of money that is required to see if I can make a sale, okay? So for example, let's say I've got a product for $40 that I have to buy from a supplier, okay? And then and I sell it for $80, so I've got a $40 margin there, okay? So let's say I start running ads, and if at between $10 to $20 of spend, the performance isn't there in terms of the clicks are very high, I'm not getting add to carts and so on and so forth, then I'll probably kill it pretty quickly around maybe $20 spend. But if I'm starting to see good clicks at a decent price, I'm starting to see add to carts, within $10 approximately, and I can see, okay, $10, $20 are there, I'm getting add to carts and so forth, then I'll let it ride to see, can I get a purchase from there. Sometimes if the numbers are looking good, I'll spend a whole $40. Do I get a purchase? If I do, then I can further optimize and reduce the cost per acquisition from there as well. So there's different packages at different price points. So what we do is we've got premium high level packages for high net worth individuals. We've got packages for people that are kind of working professionals that are financially very comfortable, so they can invest more for a higher service, and people that are at the lower end, so it really is dependent on where you are financially in terms of what we can support you with. Is Facebook still good? Okay, it is still good. It is still very good. However, I am rolling out another platform that is working extremely well. So if you're in the program already, I'll be in touch probably this week with a video to reveal it to you. I'm actually in the video going to be showing you some of my websites and my background results on that. So then you can see, this other platform, how it's working and how a kind of newer upgraded model is producing some amazing results, all right? So listen, I think that is the longest live I've done. I hope you found it beneficial. Again, what I want to do is just say in the comment section, if you want my help and support, just write the word 2022. And either myself or one of my team members will reach out and give you access to some free training so that you can see over the shoulder how this business model works, how we're going to work with you, and so on and so forth. If you're in a position where you are currently a student of ours and let's say you need some extra help and support, just send me a private message, and then what I will do is I will tag you in to the support team and the mentors and give some extra support if that is what you need to review your products, as long as you're committed to launching your next 10 products and so off, and we'll work together to really ensure that you absolutely crush it. If you found this beneficial, there's a few things I want you to do is just comment in the comment section the word yes. So I will catch up with you very soon. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.